Hello and welcome back to Roar Radio, the official podcast of Roar of the Lion. You can catch us at roarofthelion.com. Thank you so much for joining us once again. My name is Andrew DeCorda. I will be your host today. And if you joined us last time, just a refresher, we spoke about the chakra system throughout the human body, the 7 energetic centers that run up the spine, and they each correlated with a specific body part, a specific gland in the endocrine system. The purpose of last week's episode was to briefly understand the chakras, what exactly they are, and give a scientific and biological basis for them to exist. So we wanted to create for you a space where it might not just be a spiritual idea, but something that's physically true. And with this awareness of each of the energy centers comes an understanding of what it means to be in balance and be in harmony within ourselves and to have that energy flowing properly. And from there comes a knowledge of what to do, how to act, what to eat, what to think in order to consciously affect these energetic systems and get them into the proper balance so we can live our best lives. So the purpose of today is to take a deep dive into the first chakra, the Muladhara, which is our root chakra, root meaning that it connects us to the earth. No matter how spiritual you are, and a lot of us may think of spiritual people meditating, and you think of the upper 3 chakras the most, the higher faculties of knowledge, wisdom, creativity, and imagination. But the truth is that without that connection to the earth and to ourselves as what we are as physical beings, you will not be able to attain that, because the energy starts up in the coccygeal plexus, or the base of the spine, the home of the kundalini. So that's where that energy begins, in that tailbone, and it's going to work its way up all throughout your spine, up into that pineal gland in the center of your brain. So we have to truly show love to each of these 7 centers, because as we keep saying, everything is one. So if you have a problem with your root chakra, you are not going to be getting the proper energy up to your sacral, up to your solar plexus, and all the way up to that crown chakra. We have to address the body as a whole. So continuing into the root chakra, or that Muladhara, the element associated with this chakra is the earth. The purpose is foundation. We want to keep thinking it's very simple. The root chakra is our root to this planet, is our root to the earth, what we are physically made of. So somebody balanced within their root chakra is going to be in good health. They're going to be grounded. They're going to be comfortable within their own body. And most importantly, they're going to have a sense of trust, of safety, and of security. These people are going to be relaxed. This is why you'll notice with a lot of athletes who are naturally very strong root chakra people, because of the physical nature of what they do and their mastery of the body, they have a very easy way about them. Typically, they have a little bit of a swagger. They don't hustle anywhere when they're not on the field. They can take their time. They are safe within themselves. They are very grounded to the earth. You'll see basketball players and football players casually walk around. They might be slow in their movements. The root chakra is associated with the color red. Red, on the scale of vibrations of all the colors, is the densest and it's the most slowest moving. So a lot of people who are strong and comfortable in their root chakra, they're not in a rush. They're not in a hurry if they don't have to be, because everything is just fine as it is. So they take their time. They are deliberate and powerful within their motions. And most of all, it's because they are not in fear. Fear is the demon of the root chakra. If you are not balanced, whether under or overactive, you might be feeling fear. And this can play out as general anxiety, or it can be rooted in more specific concerns, such as a poor financial situation. Now, somebody who's constantly concerned and worried about not being able to make enough money is likely to be deficient in root chakra energy. They are concerned about their safety, that the financial security can provide. They may be worried about not being able to feed themselves or their family properly, not being able to nourish their bodies and take care of their basic needs. So poor financial situation is very common in those who are deficient in root chakra energy, and vice versa. If you find yourself in a difficult financial situation, that's going to cause stress that can then in turn decrease your root chakra energy. So the chakras can have an effect on the outcome of your life, and the current situation of your life can then affect your chakras. But by being aware of these chakras and strengthening them and balancing them, we can more so take control of our lives and the situations that will arise. If you have a very strong root chakra energy, you are likely going to be in an okay financial situation. You will find a way. How is not so important as to just knowing that it will happen. You don't have to know specifically how you will make the money, but just by having that energy in the right way and being in the right mindset, you'll be able to make it happen. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to become rich, but if you are balanced and secure in your root chakra energy, you will have enough to take care of your needs for yourself and for those around you, for anyone that you feel responsible for. They will all be taken care of, have a shelter, have a roof over their head, and have enough food to eat where they can be happy and can live their life the way they need to. Now, something interesting in the way that this energy works is physically having the food available to eat doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to have a balanced Muladhara. And in fact, it's possible for some of us to become so deficient in this area that we will choose not to nourish our bodies even with food present. And so naturally, those suffering from anorexia will tend to have a very poor functioning root chakra. And the reason for this could be, if you were with us last time, we spoke about how each chakra is associated with a gland. The gland associated with your root chakra are the adrenals. Now, the adrenals produce adrenaline, which gets us into that fight or flight response necessary to avoid harmful or dangerous situations. The problem, the way we live, is we are constantly pumping out adrenaline for things that are not actually dangerous, just maybe out of our comfort zones. So we are constantly producing these fight or flight hormones, but your body is not going to want to eat while in fight or flight. It's got to get out of the danger zone into safety first. But a lot of us are living surrounded by safety, but unable to feel secure within ourselves. And this is a big problem for many people, which also explains a lot of the other symptoms of somebody with a deficient root chakra, which would be fearfulness, anxiety, restlessness, inability to settle, inability to focus, lack of discipline, financial difficulty, as we said, and chronic disorganization. So now, similarly, somebody excessive in root chakra energy is going to have the exact opposite symptoms. Now, these people, as opposed to being anorexic, tend to be obese, whereas the anorexic person doesn't feel worthy of the food. The overabundant root chakra person is going to want to eat it all because they see the security and the safety within the food. They're going to want to consume as much as possible, which is why these people will also tend to hoard material possessions. They might be sluggish and lazy physically, afraid of change and addicted to security. They create rigid boundaries around themselves. This is somebody who has an abundance of root chakra energy. So this is not balanced either way. It's over expressing itself. Now, people who do have this overabundance of root chakra energy, well, now you have to almost give away some of your safety and your comfort. You have created a life that's too rigid and too strong, and it's actually weakening you for it because you can't escape the walls of the safe house that you built. Now, one way to combat this and get yourself fully out of that comfort zone, and most importantly, consciously getting yourself out of the comfort zone, is something that I recommend everybody to do, but specifically for these overabundant chakra people, root chakra people, what I would do is this. It's something that we all can do. It's something that we are all capable of doing. It's just a matter of choice, making the decision. So for one entire week, at least, you might be addicted to it after that, but start with, for one entire week, towards the end of your shower, a hot, relaxing, wonderful shower, I'm going to assume, I want you to look down at that dial in front of you. You look at the H and the C. take a deep breath, mentally prepare for it as best you can, and then flip that switch all the way over to the cold. You want a surefire way to get you out of your comfort zone? There is nothing like ice cold water to do the trick. Now, the interesting thing is, the most difficult part is actually pushing the lever over. As soon as you do it, there's nothing left for you to do except brace for impact and feel that cold water hit you. Now, what's going to happen is your adrenals, your root chakra here, is actually going to kick in. You will get a burst of adrenaline in that fight or flight response. But that won't happen every time. That's just going to be a result of this new stimulus. So the advantages are numerous. But the physiological advantage of having the hot shower into the cold is that all the blood that was on your skin from the hot shower, because it wants to be away from your organs, is now going to rush to your organs. So you're going to flush your blood. You're going to detox, remove a lot of impurities from your blood. But it's also the willpower aspect in which you have chosen to do something completely out of the norm, ridiculous, and very uncomfortable. And you have chosen to do it and to accept it. And what you'll find is, after a few seconds or so, it actually will not only not become so unpleasurable, but you may even start to like it. The water and everything around you starts to feel warm. And when you turn the water off, no matter how cold it is outside, it is warmer than that shower you just took. So you step out and you don't even feel like you need a towel. You are hot. You are steaming with all this new energy and all this blood that is flowing through your body. And just the act of putting yourself through something so traumatic, probably early in the morning, but coming out of it alive, and the fact that you chose to do it and challenge yourself like that in the morning gives you this willpower advantage. The rest of the day is not so hard. You already took your cold shower. What else do you have to do the rest of the day that's going to be so hard? So it gives you a definite and significant advantage to starting your day. So physical malfunctions for a lot of these people tend to be disorders of the bowel and the large intestine. Solid parts of the body, such as your bones and teeth, and a lot of physical things happen below the waist. So your legs, your feet, your knees, your buttocks, all of these are related to your root chakra. So to help strengthen that root chakra, a good way would be to start exercising your lower body. So no gym bro workouts where we're doing all chest and buys. We need to work on grounding yourself by creating the strength from the ground up. So whether you're male, female, it is important to have strong legs. You need a strong base for your body to grow from. And so doing your squats and your deadlifts or going for a jog or doing yoga will all benefit that energetic system of the body. Remember, the root chakra is a physical expressive chakra. So even gardening, just being outside, being in nature is going to help balance this energy. Going for a hike will help balance this energy. Another thing you can do is called grounding. This is really an important one, where you have to go barefoot and you just get your feet onto natural ground, whether it's dirt, grass, even better if you go to the beach. You're going to absorb the negative ions from the earth, and it's going to help recharge your system. It is something I would recommend doing for at least 15 minutes a day, if possible. If you live somewhere that's warm enough to get outside, do it as much as you can. It'll absolutely be beneficial. Now, if you can get your feet out onto the natural ground, likely you are somewhere that is also has enough sunshine. The more sunshine you can get without getting burned, the better. You want to absorb the sun's rays. The sun literally brings life to the entire planet. The sun combined with water. So drink your water, get some sun. Do not fear the sun. Just be aware that you do not want to get burned and damage your skin. Avoid sunblock when you can, because it has a lot of chemicals within it that are going to that will be absorbed by your body. Anything you put on your skin does not have to be digested, so it gets right to your blood. So anything that you put on your skin, you should be doubly as cautious as something you would put in your mouth. So be careful with sunscreens, but avoid sunburn. But get as much sun as you can within that balance. So to clear these chakras, we want to exercise our lower half. You want to be outside. You want to connect to the earth. We said gardening is a great way to balance your root chakra energy. Dancing, any kind of exercise, playing sports, all of this gets that root chakra going. And remember, a healthy root chakra is the foundation for our physical health and our sense of belonging here on the earth. We have a right to be here. You have a right to be here. And that is what a strong root chakra will let you know. So to finish up today, we gave you some tips on what to do to get yourself active, to get that root chakra balanced and increase your energy there. We are going to give you 3 affirmations, not really affirmations. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get a piece of paper, write down I am, I have, and I live. And just write down as many things as you can think of after those 3 words. Start with the easy ones, the typical ones, especially associated with the root chakra. I am abundant. I am safe. I am happy. I am strong. But get creative. Go wherever your mind lets you go and truly believe it as much as possible. Belief will create the life that you want, but it's not easy. You do have to do the work. This is a first step. Get yourself out there, get yourself moving, and healthy, establish your connection to the earth and feel secure in your safety and nourish your bodies. I am finished with this podcast. Hope you have all enjoyed it. This is Andrew DeCorda with Roar Radio. Thank you very much. Bye.